Okay, so I've cleansed it at the bowl, I mean, or the wine glass, the large wine glass. I got these originally for our wedding, and then I went down a Disney route, so these never got used, but I love them, and I've always wanted some way of using them, and this is perfect. Anyway, so you've got your moon water, or normal water, it doesn't have to be moon water, and it doesn't have to be bottled or anything like that, it can just be out of the tap. But I've got my moon water, I've got my dry flowers. Here's the blue lotus flower that I'm going to use. Some of it's fell out. You'll see it better when I put it in. And basically, we're going to go through the ritual together. So for this ritual, you'll need a handful of flowers. Well, I've got the blue lotus, so you can use whatever you want, rose petaled, dried or fresh, anything. A bowl of water, check, and a candle. The candle I've got here is the Shamanic Moonbeam Moon Candle. It's actually the Moon range. It's a homemade candle. It's beautiful, look at it. Upside down faces and everything. And then this is just a candle holder in a moon shape from Temu. Again, I just needed something and that's what I found. So I thought, why not? Now the ritual calls for you to light the candle and sit with the bowl of water. Hold the petals in your hands and think of something you're ready to release. Old thoughts, stale energy, pressure to be further along. Then as you drop each petal into the water, say the following ritual. So I'll say it out loud in case you want to do it along with me, but what we will be saying when we drop each petal, and I will have to keep referring to it because there's no way my brain will let me think of it and let me remember. I let this go, I soften, I bloom in my own time. Alright, so for each petal or each bit, okay? So we're going to sit. Now it will be in silence, you'll hear my music in the background. Bit of spiritual, well not spiritual, instrumental music from the Titanic, and your practical magic, Disney movies. Yes, that's the kind of music that gets me going. So that's what I'm gonna use. So I'm just gonna light this candle. Bear with me a mo. Got some amazing big candle lighter matches from B&M. The barbecue ones, and I thought, oh, these are great for this because I go around the room, like all around my room, lighting them. And they are great, but obviously the end then burns and it snaps off, so just be mindful of that if you do get them. They're only £1, you get 60 in them. They light really easy as well. So I'm just going to light the candle. And I'll keep that aside because the candles are still lit, so I can just relight it. And I have relit one. I've only used one tonight, that's the second one. And each time it's relit fine. So I'm just going to move this slightly out of the way so I can see the candle at least. Obviously be careful, especially if you've got your hair down like I have. I'm going to move it into sight. And just literally take the time until you feel ready. And don't feel silly, whether you're doing it in front of people or not. I mean, I would imagine you'd be doing it on your own anyway, but don't feel silly. Just take the time to feel the energy around you, feel the energy of the element, which is a flame, the water, the moon water, which is an element in itself. Just embrace everything that you hear, see and feel, or close your eyes so it'll be hear and feel and smell, and take it all in. I'm going to hold my Isis, my goddess Isis beads, but as I say, that's not a requirement, that's just me. And for the purposes of this, I will probably focus more on the flame itself. It's actually a really good like concentration exercise. I'm going to do it in privacy, like so off the camera, and then I'll come back when it comes on, and then we'll do the rest of it together, because I want this to be a successful ritual for me. And one thing I would recommend or advise is that when you're sharing, like on videos or live videos, if you do lives yourself, I would discourage you from doing any rituals or spells that are actually for you. So this one's going to be for me because I need to release that pent up energy of sadness and stress and anger at times. So I need to focus and do it myself and actually focus my intention on getting rid of it. But if I was doing it for the sake of illustrating, I'd just say, right, let's just focus on getting rid of stale energy, really generic. So let's focus on getting rid of stale energy, and we do it together. But people watching this can actually interfere with intention, especially if you're live. So I would err on the side of caution if you are doing videos or you're doing spells on live shows, for example, because the people watching can transmute the energy and disrupt your spell. So it's just something to be aware of. So when I do my videos, I won't be doing live videos, but I will be doing videos like this, recorded videos. If I'm purposely doing it like I am tonight, I want to use the pink moon energy to clear that energy I've got inside me that's pent up from weeks of sadness and whatnot. I want to do it myself, so I'm going to go off camera and do it, and then I'll be back and it'll seem like I've done it in 2 seconds. It might be half an hour, but take the time you need, and only then go towards the petals, because that's you releasing the energy by way of an offering into the water, because water is a cleansing element and carries your energies away, as well as it carries your wishes as well, so it can be used either way, and this is a releasing ritual. So bear with me and I will be back. So as it said, hold the petals in your hand and focus your intent. So put them all in your hand and spend some time just focusing. You can focus on the water, you can focus on the flame, you can close your eyes and envision what you want to get rid of, whatever it is that suits you, and then believe it, feel everything around you. Have quiet or music, whatever works for you. It's your ritual and it's your intention, so do what fits. Okay, so now we're ready to release those petals. Remember, we're releasing one by one, and when we do release them, what we are saying is, I let this go, I soften, I bloom in my own time. So we're going to empty all of them that we have. So I just need to move this into a space where I can actually keep reading it, because I know I'll forget. And do this along at the same time as the video if you wish, but you can form this at any time really. Any moon that is a full moon or something you want to release. So waning moons are the ones where you want to get rid of stuff, and this would fit perfectly with that. So I let this go, I soften, I bloom in my own time. I let this go, I soften, I bloom in my own time. I let this go, I soften and bloom in my own time. I let this go, I soften and bloom in my own time. I let this go, I soften and bloom in my own time. I let this go, I soften and bloom in my own time. I let this go, I soften and bloom in my own time. I let this go, I soften and bloom in my own time. I let this go, I soften and bloom in my own time. I let this go, I soften and bloom in my own time. I let this go, I soften and bloom in my own time. I let this go, I soften and bloom in my own time. I let this go, I soften and bloom in my own time. I let this go, I soften and bloom in my own time. I let this go, I soften and bloom in my own time. The last one. I let this go, I soften and bloom in my own time. So take a few moments now just to visualize the water moving and carrying away those pent up energies that you've wished to release into the flower, that will then be carried away as an offering to be released back into Mother Earth, taking with it all of your stale energies and intentions that you imparted into it when you took that time to concentrate holding the flowers. So now we need to let the bowl sit on the altar or windowsill for a day to absorb the energy. As is a new moon this evening, I'm going to put it on my windowsill so it takes all the energy of the and power of the moon, so it can have the maximum energy it needs to actually fulfill what I've asked it to. And then you can return to it when you need a visual reminder of your gentle power. So I personally would actually get rid of it. I wouldn't keep it. That's my only difference I'm going to take from that. I'll leave it overnight and then I will dispose of it. Either I'll put it into the back garden to return it to the earth, or down the toilet. It does the same thing. That's what I would personally do, and that's what I will do. But you can absolutely keep it and then return to it and do this ritual again. That's the intention of the owner anyway, the creator of this ritual. I'm not going to do that. It doesn't fit what I want to do and how I would normally work. So I'm going to do what I said. I'm going to put it on my windowsill to absorb the pink moon energy tonight, and then I'm going to dispose of it in a day's time so that my intentions have been swept away, returned to Mother Earth and cleansed using the moon water, which is supercharged as well. So I'm just going to pop it on the windowsill. Right, I'm just going to move this. I'm going to keep it burning, but I'm just going to move it slightly out of the way because we are now going to do our hot chocolate ceremony, hot cocoa. Now be careful, obviously working with hot products, but I want to be able to show you what I'm doing. Again, I'll give you all the details of where I got this from. It's off Etsy, so I will show you that. I'm going to use a spoon to stir it, and I'm going to stir clockwise, which is the way you stir to impart your good, like, positive intentions. If you want to get rid of anything, you'll stir the other way. I want to now focus, because I've done my releasing ritual, I want to focus on the benefit of planning ahead. So what I want from the next month until the next moon, perhaps, when I'll do something else or what have you, or I might think long term for the next 3 months or what have you. So do what you want to do. I have to take my days as they come at the moment because of what it is I'm releasing, with it being to do with health. So mine will be like on a monthly basis. So for now, I just want to keep going and focus on getting through the days, really, if I'm completely honest. So I'm going to stir it. That's how I'm going to stir my intentions into it. Now this is the ritual. It's not boiling, it's simmering, which is fine, it's hot enough. This is the box I got off Etsy. I don't know if there's a card in it, is there? Yeah, so it's Lady Luna's Apothecary. Lady Luna's Apothecary. It's a small business, and as you know, I'm here to support the small businesses and also advertise them by way of showing you these videos. But I would encourage you all to go and check out Lady Luna's Apothecary. She actually messaged me saying, like, you know, if you like it, will you leave me a review? Well, I would leave a review anyway, but I said, of course I will, but I'm going to do it this weekend with the pink moon. It's just a perfect fit. So I'll update her after that, but I'm sure it's going to be delicious. It is proper cocoa, like proper, like chunks of cocoa you'll see in a moment. So in the box, it contains everything you need for your own personal cacao ceremony. 60 grams of organic ceremonial grade cacao, enough for 2 servings. Well, that's good because I've got Goddess Isis to feed as well, to treat. Rose petals, organic and edible. That's a good point to know. Salt for taste. Fair trade cinnamon for taste. A stick of Palo Santos to cleanse your area before beginning meditation. Candles. Rose quartz crystal to the crystal of the heart, sorry. And then a 4ml vial of rose essential oil in sweet almond carrier oil for anointing yourself. A mini journal with prompts and a clay goddess. So let me show you it. So this is the instructions for making the cacao. There's the cacao. I'll show you them all properly in a minute. Tea lights, the deep ones as well, that's good, because them little thin ones aren't that great for lasting. Beautiful rose quartz. I love rough rose quartz. I love rose quartz generally, but I love rough rose quartz. Here's the little clay goddess. Obviously the goddess generally. And then you've got your stick of Palo Santos. Well, I've cleansed my area, so I'm not going to use that this evening. Then we've got the rose petals, and I'll be keeping them boxes, pots. And then you've got your salt and your cinnamon, lovely labelled as well, which is great. I will be adding them in because I want to have the full experience. And then you've got the journal prompts, which is lovely. So I don't know exactly where the ceremonial part comes into this. I don't know if I have to do that myself. Yeah, I think so. Use a whisk or a froth for your drink. I don't have a whisk to hand, but that's okay. Journal prompts. So I think it's just about, yeah, okay. Right, so the journal prompts, it's just a little book of journal prompts here. And it's prompts you to put in, like, what part of yourself do you try to hide from others? So it's about sitting down with your cocoa and working your way through this, really. Just a bit of self-reflection, which is lovely. I'm not particularly going to do that this evening. I'll do that myself because, again, there's different things in here that I don't want to share on here because that wouldn't be fair. But it's to give you an idea of what you can do, and also to show you the ingredients because they're brilliant. So you get the full kit, basically, everything you need to successfully carry out the ceremonial cacao ceremony. It's not a ceremony per se, you know, in the sense of, like I said earlier, like, do you do something? Oh, I've got people visiting, the flames flickering. It's not a ceremony in that sense. It's more time to yourself for reflection while you drink a cup of cocoa, and I think that's lovely. I'm going to anoint myself with the rose oil. Buddy, you'll go mad for this later. That's not my husband, that's my dog. Lovely. Oh, I love rose. Anyone else love rose? If you do, pop it in the comments. Let me know. I'll probably have to make a label for that later. That's the only thing that hasn't got a label on, is that the rose oil. There's my beautiful rose quartz. I will cleanse that. I'll pop it in the selenite tonight, and because I'm not going to do the ceremony itself right now, I'll do these on another day, so that'll go on my altar. She will. Have I got any more? Yeah, it's still working. Oh, I'll tell you what, I'll just, there we are. Charcoal's still going, so I'll sage it while I'm here. Might as well. So just to cleanse with San Paulo and Palo Santo. I always call it San Polo, sorry guys, that's fibro brain. Cleanse it, and I say in my mind or out loud, and then I pop it in my selenite. I want all negative energies, all negative energies to be banished and to leave through the window that's open, which is open. I just had to check to make sure I weren't making it up. And then also cleanse of all energies from the creator and myself, so that is pure again, to absorb anything that I use it for, basically. And then that's when I cleanse it every month. Right, so the cacao itself. So we've got our oil on, which is beautiful. There's the cinnamon. I'll keep these because they come in handy generally. So we're going to make the cocoa now. So stupidly didn't bring a knife, but I do have my Attain. Look, raw cocoa, and you get like 4 chunks. And I've got my witch casket spoon as well. Now I don't know whether this will melt quick enough if I put it in like that. As I said, stirring is important. Oh yeah, look, it's melting nice, lovely. Stirring is important at times for your intention and what you want to put into it. So stirring clockwise is to attract something. So attract happiness, like right now, because this moon's like for self-love and passion and stuff. But if you were wanting to get rid of something, then you'd stir counterclockwise, which is that way, and then say I want to get rid of X, Y and Z. So it's really interesting what you can do, even just by having a cup of tea or coffee in the morning, or whatever you drink in the morning, as part of your morning ritual, which I will share one day with you. And you just want to stir in your intentions for the day. It's easily done that way. It's all about intent. Intention is important. Don't get me wrong, you do need other things. You know, some equipment, not much. Sometimes you need herbs, and that's all for enhancing. That's not for, like, you still need your intention there, is what I'm trying to say. So as long as your intent's there, you can make most things work, but you do need the correspondences sometimes to boost and enhance what you're trying to achieve from your spell. Do we have someone here who wants to speak? Yes, we do. Oh, okay. I'll get my pendulum out in a bit. Left is yes, right is no, and the candle flame went yes. Nice, lovely. I'm going to add all of it in because it's for 2 people. I won't like drink, well, I probably will drink it all, to be honest, but as I say, I'll give Goddess Isis some as well and pop it on her altar. So let's let that simmer. And I need to get my cup actually. Oh, it's very dark. I'm not a dark drinker as a rule, but I understand what this is. I'm probably going to add a bit of honey. Oh, very smoky in here. Forget how smoky it gets. I'm going to add some honey to that. And for Goddess Isis as well, because we both like honey. But I'm just going to grab my cup. Okay, so the instructions do say not to let it boil. And it does say add a pinch of salt to taste. Get a lot of salt, bless her, Luna. Very kind. And add your cinnamon to taste as well. Not really sure how to add this from this, but because you can't pinch it as such, but oh, that's a bit much. I do like cinnamon though. And then stir. But it does say specifically do not let it boil. And then, oh, add honey to sweeten if needed. I didn't see that. If you want to make it frothy, make it frothy. Let's have a try. Oh, it is nice. Very dark. It is very dark. But it's going to be nice, especially when I add the honey, because it's typical bitter dark, but the salt and the cinnamon have actually brought out the flavour of it a lot better. I can probably do with a bit more cinnamon. And a tiny bit more salt maybe. Like to bring out the sweetness as well when we get there. Okay, so I got this little honeybee. Less is more, because you can always add, can't you? Delicious. How cute is that? It's another Temu find. And then we're nearly good to go, guys. It is hard though. I'm used to stirring counterclockwise just by habit. I'm not used to stirring like this way, so that's good. I'm gonna add a bit more honey, but it's really nice. Really like took it to the next level. Obviously I'm a clearly a sweet one. Stir it the right way, Corinne. No, it's that bitter as a general because it's such raw cocoa. It can take that sweetness from the honey. And I reckon this will be good to go. And then I'm going to add the rose petals. Goddess Isis will be grateful, bless her. She'll love this. So good, like genuinely really, really nice. Right, so I'm just going to blow out the candles and then we're going to serve it. So I'll just move this out of the way. Obviously, because it's been on the heat, just make sure you've got it on something that's safe. And I've got a chopping board. So I'm going to pour it into my bell cup. My bell cup here. You can see, can't you? Oh, actually I'll put it on there because no doubt I'm gonna mess it up. I did order a pan that had like a spout on it, but that didn't come in time. And then Goddess Isis. That's quite hot now, that. I think she was saying thanks. And then we're gonna use the petals, the rose petals, and I'm gonna serve it on Goddess Isis as well. Might as well go the whole hog, I reckon. Look at that. Cheers. I've just took you off the stand to show you where I put the offering. So this is Goddess Isis's altar, and that's where a cacao is. So I'm going to enjoy a sip of this. Oh, it's good. Really good. By the way, the flame is this. Yes, be very, very careful, guys. Especially rolled flames like that, rolled candles like that with herbs and stuff. You have to be really careful with them. Right, next up. Oh, tickled my taste bud, that has. We're going to do the moon talisman ritual. Again, there'll be a point where I'll go off the camera, but you know what I'm doing, all right? And then I'm going to, if I've got time, I'm going to make a oil with you. So this is a little collaboration. You can see I've already burnt this. This was from when I tried to do it last time. Excuse me, but things didn't go to plan. So I want to redo it tonight with this moon. And I've got the instructions here. Again, I'm not going to give them you because that wouldn't be fair on a small business, but I'll give you some details around it and I would encourage you to buy from them. So this was actually a collaboration between Rosalie and the Candlelit Sage. Now, I buy quite a lot from the Candlelit Sage. This was the first time I bought from Rosalie, who actually makes pewter items, so pewter ghosts and stuff, but this one was a full moon, which obviously forms part of the full moon ritual. So it came on a necklace. I actually use it for, I keep it on my altar just there as a talisman. I won't wear it, but I'll hold it like to you know, consult with it, so to speak. Is that the right way to say it? Anyway, so the moon has been made by the Candlelit Sage. It smells beautiful. Medusa scent, it was called. And then the Candlelit Sage also made this, which is the candle plate. And then you got a little card with the details of how to do it. I've just written up the card details here on some parchment paper, just because it was a bit small for me, so I wanted to make it a bit bigger. So this is to harness the moon's energy for renewal and protection, which again fits for tonight. We're renewing our energy. We're getting rid of any stagnant energy we don't need, anything that's not serving us right. We're renewing that under the pink moon, and protection. Well, we always need that, don't we? So the ritual will transform the full moon pendant, which is this, into a powerful talisman that will be that will be charged with lunar energy to support emotional release, intuition, and spiritual growth. Now, we've got a pink moon tonight, that's perfect. You can wear it as a reminder of your intentions, or keep it as on your sacred space for ongoing guidance, which I think is lovely. So this is made of pewter, handmade as well, absolutely brilliant. And you get a moonstone crystal as well with it as well. My moonstone's up there, I'll grab that in a second. So all we need to do is we need to close our eyes and take a deep breath holding the pendant. Reflect on what you wish to release and what you wish to invite into your life. Apologies for me stuttering, it's because it's getting later on in the day, my fibro comes through. Speak out loud. Keep an eye on that flame. Speak out loud or silently in your head to affirm your intentions. And that's the bit I'll do privately. And as I say, I won't share that as such